Hello friends, I am Dr. Leevis Yadav and I welcome you at Samyak Civil Services online program. Dear friends, this is an introductory video for the discussion over RAS mains examination and the RAS prelims examination. That is, in this video we will discuss about the exam pattern and the syllabus of the science and technology part of the RAS pre-examination as well as the RAS mains examination. The science and technology section is included into the GS paper 2, that is GS paper 2nd of the RAS mains examination, and we will discuss about the exam pattern and the syllabus of both of the stages, that is the prelims as well as the mains examination. Dear friends, science and technology is an important section for the prelims as well as for the mains examination, as it is highly scoring and it has got a good weightage in the prelims examination as well as in the mains examination. See friends, RPSC has included science and technology in our syllabus because an administrator should be highly acquainted with the developments of the science and technology which are taking place in our country, because the development of a country depends upon the science and technology, that is the development of science and technology is an important part for the development of a nation. So, dear friends, in this video we will discuss about the syllabus of the pre-examination and then we will discuss about the syllabus of the mains examination. After then we will discuss about those questions which have been asked in the prelim examination and the mains examination. So, dear friends, let us start our discussion with the syllabus of the pre-examination of the science and technology part. So, RAS syllabus science and technology, this is the syllabus of the pre-examination, that is, in this we are going to discuss about only those chapters which are related to the science and technology. The first is the basics of everyday science. This basics of everyday science, it means they have given a very broad view, that is they can ask any type of question related to science which are of basic nature, that is which are related to the basic concepts. They can be of the physics, they can be of the physics means basic physics, as well as chemistry, and the biology. Here the RPSC or any commission, they mainly focus on the biology part, that is more of the questions they are asked from the biology sections. So, this chapter, that is this unit is related to the basics of everyday science, and here they may ask from the physics part as well as the chemistry and the biology part. Then another section, that is another subunit, is the electronics, computers, information and communication technology, computers, information and communication technology. So, actually it is a broad unit. Here they are going to ask you about the electronics or the computers and the information and communication technology, that is they may ask about the information technology as well as the computers and the communication technology. So, here 2 units have been included into a single unit. 2 units have been included into a single unit which should be both are separate to each other, that is electronics is different and computers is related to that, and the information technology is also related to that. But the communication technology, it includes about the electromagnetic waves also. Okay. So, we will discuss about all those things in detail. Then another chapter, that is space technology including satellites. So, here the basic questions related to the space technology, they can be asked, as well as the questions related to the current affairs, because ISRO used to launch various satellites every year or in its program. So, definitely the current affairs related to the space and technology also become important. And the next unit is the defense technology. So, here the questions related to the defense, they can be asked like various types of missiles, okay, various types of submarines, such type of questions may be asked from the defense technology part. Then the last is the nanotechnology. This nanotechnology as well as the defense technology and the space technology, electronics, they all are also included into the main syllabus. So, we have to study all these chapters according to the view of the mains examination also. So, nanotechnology. So, all the developments related to the nanotechnology in the current affairs, as well as the basic concepts related to the nanotechnology, they can also be asked from in the examination. So, it is about the pre-examination. So, as well as there are few topics also related to the biology, that is human body. So, this chapter is from biology. Human body means the systems of our body, like the circulatory system, the integumentary system, the endocrine system, the digestive system, the respiratory system. So, these systems, all these systems related to our body. So, questions may be asked from these sections also. Then the another chapter in this unit is food and nutrition, that is we will discuss about the food, that is balanced diet and the unbalanced diet, that is what is balanced diet, what is unbalanced diet, okay. And the nutrition, that is a discussion over the carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, all those things can be asked in this section. And it has been seen that many of the questions they are asked from this topic, that is balanced diet, or the questions related to the diseases, that is diseases related to the balanced diet or the unbalanced diet, that is malnutrition. So, questions related to the malnutrition are usually asked in the RAS pre examination. The next topic is healthcare, that is again the diseases, that is the deficiency diseases and various other diseases related to our health, like they may be chromosomal abnormalities, there may be genetic disorder, there may be lifestyle diseases, or the diseases related to the deficiency, like vitamin deficiency or mineral deficiency or carbohydrate deficiency, okay. So, diseases related to the deficiency, they may also be asked in this section. Then next is the environmental and ecological changes and its impacts. Basically, this topic is related to the ecology and environment, but they have included, that is this topic is included, this topic is related to the ecology and environment part, but they have included this topic in the science part, that is environment and ecological changes and its impact. So, here they will ask about the changes, that is climatic changes or the ecological changes which are taking place, and what are their impacts and what are their effects on the human health as well as on the environment, okay. The next topic is biodiversity, biotechnology and genetic engineering. So, again this topic is related to the ecology and environment part, but they have included it in science and technology part, that is biodiversity. This topic is related to ecology and environment, but biotechnology is related to the technology part or the biology section, okay. So, here there will be a detailed discussion about the biotechnology part, and we will discuss this chapter in detail. And genetic engineering, this topic is related to the biotechnology, that is genetic engineering. So, biotechnology and genetic engineering are related to the technology or the biology part, whereas the biodiversity is related to the ecology and environment part. So, definitely there should be a detailed discussion about all these topics, okay. We have seen that there are many questions which are being asked from this chapter, that is biotechnology and genetic engineering, as well as from the biodiversity part. Then the next question, then the next topic is agriculture, horticulture, agriculture one thing, then next is horticulture, forestry and animal husbandry with special reference to Rajasthan, okay. So, here there will be discussion about the agriculture, that is what type of crops are grown in which area and what are the climatic conditions which are suitable for a particular crop, okay. So, that is related to the agriculture, and what is the agriculture status of the Rajasthan, because there will be special reference of the Rajasthan. So, questions will always be related to the Rajasthan. Then again next is the horticulture, that is what are the different horticulture crops which are grown in different areas of the Rajasthan or in different districts of the Rajasthan. Then the forestry, that is forest status and different types of forests which are present in our state, that is Rajasthan, and animal husbandry, okay. So, these questions more or less they are just factual type of questions, that is they need not any detailed discussion, okay. So, agriculture, horticulture, forestry and animal husbandry with a special reference to Rajasthan. Then the next is the development of science and technology in Rajasthan. So, whatever the developments which are taking place in particularly in our state, that is in Rajasthan. So, the questions will be from this part, that is development of science and technology in Rajasthan. So, it was the syllabus for the prelims. We have seen that basically they ask questions from, they may ask questions from the basic concepts, that is basic concepts related to the science, that is basic concepts related to the physics part or the chemistry part and the biology part, but their main emphasis is on the biology. Then the second main is the chemistry and last is the physics. Okay. Usually they ask questions from the biology part, basic biology section. Basic biology sections mean one can say that about the cell, about the tissues, that is about the cell divisions. These are the basics of biology part. Okay. Diseases, these are all are related to the basics of everyday science. And in chemistry, various types of chemicals like baking soda, washing soda, such type of questions. Okay. Vinegar, they may ask such type of questions which are means the chemistry which is used in our daily life. And in physics, they may ask about the electric current. Okay. Such type of questions from the physics can be asked, but usually their main emphasis is on the biology part. Okay. Then second is the, after the basic concepts, the second is the technology part which can be asked, which is usually asked in the prelims examination. And this technology, it also comprises two parts, that is the basic concepts of the technology, basic concepts and the current affairs related to the technology part, that is whatever the current developments which are taking place in the recent times or in the previous years or in recent times. Okay. So, these all are the and the basic units which are, that is the chapters which should be emphasized, like the electronics, computers, information technology, okay, communication technology, defense, nanotechnology, and the basic science, that is human body, okay, food and nutrition, malnutrition, balanced diet, health, diseases, environment, ecological changes, biodiversity, biotechnology, genetic engineering, agriculture, horticulture, forestry with a special reference to Rajasthan, and the developments of science and technology which are taking place in our state, that is Rajasthan. So, this is the basic syllabus of the pre-examination, but their main emphasis is on the current affairs related to the science and technology, as well as the basic concepts related to the technology and the basic science, that is basics of everyday science. Okay. So, next is the discussion over the RAS mains examination, that is the science and technology part is included into the GS second. Basically, the RAS mains examination comprises GS 1 to GS 3, GS 1 to GS 3 and GS 4, and the science and technology part is included into the paper 2, that is the GS paper 2 and the unit 2. The unit 2 of the paper 2 is related or is concerned with general science and technology. Okay. So, now let us see the syllabus of the mains examination of the science and technology part. So, the first is the nanotechnology. Actually, basically the syllabus of the mains examination is divided into 4 parts. The 4 parts are, the first is the technology, second is the biology, okay, third is basic chemistry, one can say basic chemistry, that is chemistry part, and the fourth is the ecology and environment part. The fourth is the ecology and environment. Okay. Fourth is the ecology and environment, first is the technology, second is the biology, and third is the chemistry, and fourth is the ecology and environment. So, these chapters are related to the technology part. The first is the nanotechnology, that is the basic concepts related to the technology, nanotechnology. Okay. What is nanotechnology? What are the basic approaches related to the nanotechnology, that is bottom up approach, okay, top down approach, both of these approaches, okay, this is related to the concepts and its applications, that is what are the different applications of the nanotechnology in our day to day life, okay, in various spheres, in various areas, in various fields, like in the field of medicine, in the field of agriculture, in the field of pharmacy, such type of applications. Okay. So, we should understand all these applications related to the nanotechnology, because most of the questions are being asked related to the application. Then next is the nano mission of India. This question has been asked in RAS 2018, that is directly from the syllabus, that is what is nano mission of India. The next is the nuclear technology. So, it was all about the nanotechnology. Now, the next topic is the nuclear technology. So, in nuclear technology again the basic concepts, that is you have to read the basic concepts related to the nuclear technology, okay, like nuclear fission, nuclear fusion, about the concepts related to the nuclear reactors, radioactivity, okay. All these are the basic concepts related to the nuclear technology, as well as the basic atomic structure. You should also know about the basic atomic structure of the okay, of the elements. So, nuclear technology, that is basic concepts, and the next is the radioactivity and its applications. So, it is also a basic topic, that is radioactivity, and what are the different applications of the radioactivity, that is mainly its applications are included into the medical field, okay, like radiotherapy, such type of like X-rays, diagnostic tools. So, these are the applications, basic applications of the radioactivity, as well as detection of half life period of any substance. So, these are related to the radioactivity. The next is the different types of nuclear reactors. Again it is very basic, that is what are the different types of nuclear reactors, like pressurized heavy water reactor, boiling water reactor, ठीक है. तो इस तरह की चीज़ें जितनी भी होती हैं वो यहाँ पे न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर्स के लिए पूछी जा सकती है. द नेक्स्ट इज द सिविलियन एंड मिलिट्री यूजेस, दैट इज व्हाट आर द सिविलियन as well as the military uses. Civilian uses means for the public and the military uses means for the defense of the nuclear technology. Okay. So, what are the uses, civilian as well as the military uses of the nuclear technology. The next is the institutional structure for the development of nuclear technology in India, means what are the different organizations which may be regulatory bodies or which may be development bodies related to the development of science and technology, in particularly in our country, that is in India. So, you must know about all these organizations which are related to the development of the nuclear technology in India. So, it was about the nuclear technology. The first was the nano, second is the nuclear technology. So, the next topic is the telecommunication. Okay. In telecommunication, first of all you must understand the basic concepts related to the telecommunication. Okay. What are electromagnetic waves? The next is the telecom application for the socio-economic development of masses, that is socio-economic development of masses. Telecom applications, you have to understand the various applications related to the telecom part, and basically for the socio-economic development of the masses, means of the people. The next is the Indian telecom industry with brief history, that is you must understand about the brief history of the Indian telecom industry. Okay. So, the brief history of the Indian telecom industry, and next is the national telecom policy. National telecom policy means what are the recommendations of the government for the national telecom policy, and the last is the TRAI, that is regulatory body related to the telecom, that is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. So, you must know about the TRAI, that is what are its functions. So, it is all about the discussion of the telecommunication part. The next is the electromagnetic waves communication systems. Next is the electromagnetic waves, that is the basic concepts related to the electromagnetic waves. The next is the communication systems, means basic structure of the communication systems. Then basics of computers, all the basics related to the computers as well as the basic terminology of the computers, and last is the uses of the information technology, means different uses of information technology, or one can say that what are the applications of the information technology, and the e-governance, because it is in news and it is a recent phenomena, that is e-governance and the e-commerce in administration, basically e-commerce and e-governance in administration. So, we have to understand about all these things, that is our videos will emphasize on all these topics in detail. Then next is the defense technology, that is technology related to our defense system. So, basic concepts of the defense technology, that is the types of missiles, different types of missiles like ballistic missile, cruise missile. So, various types of missiles with reference to the Indian missile program, that is whatever the missiles which are included in our missile missile program, that is in the Indian missile program. We have to understand about all those missiles which are included into the Indian missile program. Then next is the various chemical and biological weapons, different various chemical and biological weapons, okay, like Agent Orange, anthrax virus means biological weapons. So, nowadays this some people are saying that coronavirus is also a biological weapon. So, we will understand everything in detail when we will have a discussion over this topic, that is the chemicals, like chemical and the biological weapons. Usually anthrax virus has been used in past as a biological weapon. Okay. The next is the role of DRDO in various fields other than weapons, that is other than weapons. You have to describe and you have to understand the role of the DRDO in various fields other than weapons, not the weapons, because the weapon part is not included in our syllabus, only the role of DRDO in other fields, like whatever the things they prepare, what are the substances they prepare for the army people. Okay. So, all those things we have to understand, all those things which are prepared by the DRDO for the benefit of the military as well as for the remote areas people. Okay. So, it is about the defense. So, that was the part of the nanotechnology, that was the part of the technology, and here there will be a basic discussion over the basic, one can say that these chapters are related to the basic chemistry part, not the physics part, but the basic chemistry part. Okay. So, the first is the states of matter. So, we will understand about all the states of matter. Next is the allotropes of carbon. What are the different allotropes of carbon? We have to study, and about their properties of the different allotropes of the carbon. Next is the pH scale and importance of pH in daily life. pH scale, that what is pH scale, who has invented the pH scale, and what is the importance of pH in daily life, as well as we will have a small discussion over that how to find the pH of a substance or of the solution. Okay. So, pH scale and importance of pH in daily life, usually they have asked such type of question like the calculation of the pH scale as well as who has invented the pH scale in the previous examinations. So, they have asked such type of questions. The next is the corrosion and its prevention. Okay. Corrosion, what is corrosion? Basically, what is corrosion? What is the chemical reaction which takes place during the corrosion process, and what are various techniques to prevent corrosion. Okay. So, corrosion का मतलब हिंदी में हम कह सकते हैं जंग लगना, ठीक है. तो जंग लगने को कैसे रोका जाता है? Corrosion and its prevention. Next is the catalyst. So, here there will be a detailed discussion of the catalyst, various types of catalysts, various types of catalytic reactions which occur in chemistry. Okay. So, catalysts, and next is the soap and detergents, that is basic discussion over the soaps, what are the structure, basic chemical structure of the soaps and the detergents, as well as their cleansing action, that is cleansing action of the soap, that is how does the soap clean your clothes. So, that is the cleansing action of soap. Okay. But that is by the micelle formation, we will understand that phenomena in detail. Next is the polymers and their uses, that is what are the polymers, what are the different types of polymers, okay, and how they are formed, and then there will be what are their uses. Okay. So, what are the different uses of polymers? You know that polythene is also a polymer. So, there that is an example of the polymers, PVC, polyvinyl chloride, your PVC pipes, all these are polymers, and what are their uses? Silk as well as like polystyrene, okay, such type of nylon, these all are the examples of the polymers, and you know what are their uses. So, we will have a detailed discussion over this. The next is the contribution of Indian scientists in science and technology. Here we will have a discussion over all the Indian scientists, all the prominent or the pioneer Indian scientists who have contributed in the science and technology. So, what was their contribution in the science and technology? We will have a discussion over that. Then the biology part starts, that is first of all the basic biology section, that is the general awareness of various systems of our body, like the digestive system, the respiratory system, the circulatory system, the excretory system, the coordination system. So, coordination system, it includes two systems basically, that is the nervous system and the endocrine system. So, here two systems are included into the coordination system, and last the reproductive system of humans. Okay. So, these all systems are included in our syllabus, that is the digestive system, respiratory, circulatory, excretory, coordination. In coordination two systems are involved, that is the nervous system and the endocrine system, and the reproductive system of humans. Okay. The next is the application of biotechnology. That is, here there should be a discussion of the basic concepts related to the biotechnology, that is biotechnology or the genetic engineering. Okay. So, biotechnology or the genetic engineering, the questions can be asked in any way, that is they may ask like that is what is biotechnology, or they may ask that is what is genetic engineering. So, basic concepts, what are the processes, what are the steps, what are the stages which are included into the biotechnology, okay, or the genetic engineering. And the next is the application of biotechnology, what are the different applications of biotechnology in our day to day life. And the next is the concerned ethical and intellectual property right issues. These all are related to the biotechnology, that is you must have understood, you must have heard about the BT cotton, BT brinjal, all these are the ethical and intellectual property rights issues related to the biotechnology. Okay. So, the next is the food and human health. All these chapters basically they are also included into the prelims syllabus, that is food and human health. So, first that is general awareness of balanced diet. Okay. Balanced diet, that is what is balanced diet, what are the components of balanced diet, how much carbohydrate, how much protein and how much lipids are included into the balanced diet, and what is unbalanced diet, as well as the malnutrition. Okay. As well as the malnutrition. So, what are the different type of malnutrition, like kwashiorkor, marasmus disease, we will understand about all these things. What are the deficiency diseases because of the deficiency of various nutrients in our diet, that is because of the unbalanced diet. So, we will understand about those. And then intoxicants, okay, intoxicants means those psychoactive substances which change our psyche. Okay. So, that is known as, they are known as the intoxicants. We will have discussion about the intoxicants like opium, like nicotine, okay, like LSD, like heroin, charas, ganja, various types of things. So, intoxicants are included in those. Then the blood, about the discussion over the blood, that is the composition of the blood, means plasma proteins, various types of blood cells, that is RBC, WBC and the platelets, and the blood groups, all the 4 blood groups, and what are their genetic mechanism, okay, of the blood group determination. And the next is the immunity. So, this is particularly in news nowadays. So, immunity, that is antigen and antibodies. So, the basic structure of the antigens and the basic structure of the antibodies and various types of antibodies which are present in our body. The next is the blood transfusion, that is how the blood is transfused and what are the basic requirements of the blood transfusion. The next is the immunization and vaccination. So, it is also particularly in news, that is immunization and the vaccination, that is how the vaccination is performed and how the vaccines are prepared, okay, for a particular disease. So, we will have discussion over this. The next is the human diseases. So, what are the different human diseases, means basically the communicable and the non communicable diseases. You must know that what are the basic communicable diseases and what are the non communicable diseases. Okay. So, such type of question has been asked in RS 2000 mains examination, that is they have given 5 or 6 disease name, and they have asked you to differentiate them between the communicable and the non-communicable diseases. The next is the acute and the chronic diseases. Acute means those which have a short period of time, that is, and the chronic disease means which have a long duration. Okay. So, chronic diseases. The next is the causes and the prevention of infectious, genetic and the lifestyle diseases, means causes, basic causes as well as the prevention. Okay. Causes as well as means how can you prevent those diseases, which diseases? Those diseases which are the infectious as well as the genetic disease and the lifestyle diseases. Okay. Because of your lifestyle, means if you are having a sedentary lifestyle, then what disease can occur to you. Okay. So, we will have a discussion about all those things, about the basic causes as well as about their prevention. So, the next topic is the water quality and water purification. That is basically, here we must understand that what is the basic water quality which is used for the drinking water purpose, and the next is the water purification, that is what are the different techniques to purify the water. So, we will have a basic understanding about all these topics. The next is the public health initiatives with a special reference to state of Rajasthan. That is, in this topic we will understand about various public health initiatives. Various public health initiatives means various government schemes. They may be various government schemes related to the health. They may be the central government schemes. They may be the central government schemes as well as the state government schemes, which are running in our state, that is state of Rajasthan. Okay. So, all the basic health initiatives with a special reference to the state of Rajasthan. The next is the ecosystem structure and function, that is from here onwards the topics related to the ecology and environment. Ecology and environment starts. Okay. So, the first is the ecosystem structure and function. Ecosystem, basically we must understand about that is what is ecosystem. Okay. What is the basic structure of the economics of the ecosystem, and what are the different functions of the ecosystem. Okay. Different functions performed by the ecosystem. The next is the atmosphere, that is the composition of the atmosphere, basically the composition of the atmosphere, composition of various gases as well as the different layers of the atmosphere, and the basic nutrient cycle. Here the nutrient cycles which are important are the nitrogen cycle, the carbon cycle and the water cycles. Okay. So, here only 3 cycles are important for according to our syllabus, that is the nitrogen cycle, the carbon cycle and the water cycle. So, basic nutrient cycling. The next is the climate change. So, as it is in news, that is climate change, and the renewable and non-renewable energy. So, what are the different renewable energy sources and what are the non-renewable energy sources. So, we will have an account of all these things. So, it is related to the ecology part. Okay. The next is the environmental pollution and degradation. Environmental pollution, various types of environmental pollution like air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, such type of. Okay. So, environmental pollution and the degradation of the environment, that is how does it occur, the degradation of the environment. And next is the waste management, that is how the waste can be managed, like biomedical wastes, okay, dry wastes, wet wastes, various wastes, okay, how the waste should be managed, various techniques related to the waste management, we will understand all those things. Next is the biodiversity and its conservation with a special reference to the state of Rajasthan. So, biodiversity means basic concepts related to the biodiversity, all the basic concepts related to the biodiversity, and next is the its conservation, means like the in situ conservation and the ex situ conservation, various other techniques with a special reference to the state of Rajasthan, particularly with the state of Rajasthan. That is, here we must know about all the biosphere reserves of the Rajasthan, biosphere reserves as well as wildlife sanctuaries. Okay. So, botanical gardens, all these things we must know about our state, that is state of Rajasthan. Then the water conservation with special reference to the traditional system in state of Rajasthan. So, what are the different water conservation techniques? As Rajasthan is water deficient state, so we must know about various water conservation techniques with special reference to the Rajasthan, okay, the traditional systems as well as the systems which can be employed in our state for the conservation of water. Next is the agriculture, horticulture, forestry, dairy and animal husbandry with special reference to Rajasthan. So, it is basically the same topic that is included into the pre-examination, that is agriculture means what are the different crops which are grown in our state in different areas or in different districts, and the next is the horticulture, forestry as well as the status of the forests, okay, reserved forest, unreserved forest, various types of forests, the dairy and the animal husbandry with a special reference to Rajasthan, particularly the Rajasthan state. Okay. So, that was all about the discussion of the syllabus of the pre-examination as well as the mains examination of the RS. Okay. Now, we are going to discuss about the various questions which have been asked in the RS mains examination 2016 and the RS mains examination 2018. Okay. So, the maximum weightage actually basically now the maximum weightage of science section maximum marks is 65, okay, maximum marks is 65, but here you will find some of the questions in the RS mains examination 2016 which are not included into the syllabus of the 2018. Okay. But let us see that what are the questions which have been asked in the RS mains examination 2016. So, first of all actually in the main examination the basic pattern of questions which are being asked is some of the questions have to be answered in 15 to 20 words. Okay. They have to be asked answered in 15 to 20 words and they carry a weightage of 2 marks each. Okay. So, here you must stick to the word limit, that is the answer can be of 15 words or up to the 20 words or up to 25 words. Okay. But do not try to cross the limit, word limit. Okay. So, basically some of the questions they are of the 2 markers nature. Then we will see that what is the next type of the questions. Okay. So, the first is the a light and a heavy body have same momentum. Basically this chapter, this question is related to the basic science. A light and a heavy body have same momentum, which one will have a greater kinetic energy. But now this topic is not included in our syllabus. So, this question is not important for us now. Okay. But this question have to be answered in 15 words. Second is the how does the density of nuclear depends on the size of nucleus? Does the density of atom follows the same rule? Okay. How actually here it is of 15 words and 2 questions have been asked. So, you have to answer both of the questions separately, that is how does the density of the nucleus depends on the size of nucleus, means if the size of the nucleus increases or it is decreased, okay, then what is the effect on the density, then what is the effect of that on the density. The next is the does the density of atom also follows the same rule. Here you have to answer according to the question that whether the density of atom also follows the same rule, means the density of the atom also follows the same rule as the density of the nucleus. Okay. So, here the basic understanding of the atomic structure and the basic concepts related to the atomic structure becomes essential. The next is the what do you understand by Joule-Thomson effect. Basically this question is not related to our syllabus, it was included into the RS mains examination 2016. Okay. Next is the write the name of the causal organism and the vector of dengue fever. Name of the causal organism means what is that organism which causes the dengue fever, name that causal organism. And the next is the what is the vector. So, here again 2 questions have been asked. First is the what is the name of the causal organism and the second is the vector of the dengue fever. So, it is related to the biology part as well as to the diseases part. Okay. So, dengue fever again you have to answer in 15 words. Second is what are the umbrella species, give an example of umbrella species. This question is related to the ecology and environment part, that is what are umbrella species. First question is what are umbrella species. Second is give an example of umbrella species. You have to give an example, means one example of the umbrella species. So, if you will understand this topic in detail in the ecology, then you will be able to answer this question easily. Next is the write Kepler's laws of planetary motion, that is in 50 words. Write Kepler's laws of planetary motion. Kepler's laws of planetary motion, basically actually this chapter was included into the RS mains examination, that is the topic related to the gravitation, but now this topic is not included in our syllabus, that is why here there is no need of discussion over this question. Next is that the concentration of hydrogen ion in a sample of soft drink is, actually there was some mathematical figure, that is soft drink, the concentration of hydrogen ion in a sample of soft drink, some figure was given. What is its pH? That is, you have to calculate the pH of that soft drink, whose like it was like 3 into 10 to power minus 5 mole. Such type of concentration may have been given, then you have to find its pH. Okay, so there is a formula to find out the pH, there is a mathematical calculation to find out the pH. So, if you know that calculation, you can easily do this question. Next is a write a note on genetically engineered insulin. So, this question is related to the biotechnology chapter, biotechnology or the genetic engineering. So, write a note on genetically engineered insulin. Actually, insulin was the first protein or the first substances which have been made genetically, okay, which have been engineered genetically or which have been engineered artificially. So, you have to write about that insulin, that is genetically engineered insulin, and that is in 50 words. So, here from here few of the questions will start, that is you have to answer all those questions in 50 words, and they carry a weightage, each question carries a weightage of 5 marks. Okay. So, this 8th question and the 9th question, okay, they both are of the 50 words each and the 5 markers each. The next is the enlist various trophic levels in an ecosystem and give suitable example of each trophic level. That is, this question is related to the ecosystem. When we will understand this topic in detail, then we will come to know about various trophic levels as well as the example of the each trophic level. Okay. So, each trophic level like primary, producers, primary, then secondary, then tertiary, quaternary, such type of trophic levels. Okay. And we will have a discussion over this in detail when we will understand the topic ecosystem. Next is the what do you understand with communication system. So, this question is from the communication system chapter, communication system. Okay, that is the telecommunication. What do you understand with communication system? Give block diagram of communication system and explain its elements. Here this question you have to answer in 100 words, and this question carries a weightage of 10 marks. Okay. So, maximum weightage is 10 marks of any question, and maximum words which you can use to answer any question is about 100 words. So, it is the last limit, that is 100 words. You need not to answer any question more than the 100 words. So, what do you understand with the communication system? This is a single question. The next is the give block diagram. You have to draw the diagram, block diagram, and you have to describe the diagram of the communication system and explain its elements. Means you have to explain each and every element of the block diagram of the communication system. Okay. So, the next question is the 11th question, that is the distinguish between conductor, semiconductor and insulator. So, this question again, this question have to be answered in 100 words, and it also carries a weightage of 10 marks. Okay. Now, you have to distinguish between the conductors, semiconductors and the insulators. Means if you describe the properties or the basic structure of the conductors and the semiconductor and the insulator on the basis of the band theory of solids. Okay. So, there is particularly here that is the basis of the band theory, particularly with reference to the band theory. So, distinguish between conductor, semiconductor and the insulator. So, this question is basically from the information technology, or one can say that it is also related to the basics of the computers, okay, where the semiconductors are used. So, one can say that this question is from that chapter. Then 12th is the what are the chromosomal disorders in human beings. So, this question is related to the biology part and particularly to the diseases part, okay, particularly to the diseases part, that is the genetic diseases, okay. So, what are the chromosomal disorders in human beings? You have to describe, basically in this question you have to describe that what are the chromosomal disorders, okay, like Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, Turner syndrome, right. Causes, you have to answer the causes and the symptoms of any two such disease, कोई भी ऐसे दो डिजीज़ जो कि क्रोमोसोमल डिसऑर्डर्स थे, उनमें से कोई भी दो डिजीज़ के आपको कॉजेज़ लिखने थे एंड देन द सिम्टम्स, causes and the symptoms, that is why does they occur of any two such disorders. So, it was all about the paper of the RS Mains 2016. Now, we are going to see the RS Mains 2018 paper. Basically, this paper, that is of the RS Mains 2018, it is directly related to our syllabus. So, we will have a discussion over each and every question. So, the maximum marks or the maximum weightage of this section is 65 marks. They have assigned this 65 marks. They may change it to 70 also. So, it can vary. So, the first question. So, basically the first few questions, they are of the 15 words each, means you can answer in 15 to 20 words, as well as they are 2 markers each. They carry a weightage of 2 marks each. First is the write the basic nuclear process underlying beta positive decay and the beta negative decay. So, this question is directly from the syllabus, and that is it is related to the nuclear technology chapter, nuclear technology, and from nuclear technology actually it is from the radioactivity part. Write the basic nuclear process underlying beta positive decay and the beta negative decay, and you have to answer this question in 15 words, that is it is of 2 markers each, 2 markers. Second is the distinguish between analog and the digital signals, okay. So, 2 types of signals, analog signals and the digital signals. You have to distinguish between both of the signals, okay, and it carries a weightage of 2 marks, and you have to answer this question in 15 words. And this question is from the topic telecommunications, telecommunications or the electromagnetic waves, one can say. Then third is the give 2 differences between soap and detergents, okay. So, this question is directly from the syllabus, that is the chapter soap and detergents, basic chemistry chapter, soap and detergents, and here they are asking you to give 2 differences between the soap and the detergents, okay. Only 2 differences they have asked. They may ask this question in 50 words also, and there they can ask about 5 differences or 6 differences or more differences, okay. Then the next is the what is the role of the hemoglobin in human blood? What is the role of the hemoglobin in human blood? So, this topic is related to the biology part and particularly to the topic blood, that is in our syllabus, the blood. So, what is the role of hemoglobin in human blood, okay. So, hemoglobin is a oxygen carrier. So, what is the role, that is the role of the hemoglobin in human blood, and you have to answer this question in 15 words. Next is the define polymers. So, directly from the syllabus, here you have to define that what are polymers, and they are asking you give 2 examples of biopolymers, that is you have to give only the examples of the biopolymers, and this question also has to be answered in 15 words. Next is the what is the approximate wavelength range of microwave, means they have asked you about the approximate wavelength of the microwave. So, this question is related to the electromagnetic waves chapter, electromagnetic waves. The second is the explain the principle of microwave oven. Okay. So, this is a basic question. You have to answer the basic principle of the microwave oven, and in the first question they have asked you about the wavelength range, and that is the range of microwave. So, here this question you have to answer in 50 words, okay, 50 words, and this question carries a weightage of 5 marks. All those questions which are to be answered in 50 words, they carry a weightage of 5 marks. Then the seventh question is, what are the causes of the communicable diseases? Means you have to answer about the causes of the communicable diseases. You have to answer the communicable diseases. What are the causes of the communicable diseases? Next question is, here 2 questions have been asked. So, next question is classify following diseases as communicable and non-communicable diseases. Okay. So, here they have given you 5 diseases. You have to classify, or you have to differentiate, you have to categorize all these diseases into 2 categories, that is the communicable and the non-communicable diseases. So, you have to classify these diseases, that is the Alzheimer's disease, trachoma disease, the cholera, the asthma and the rabies. Okay. So, when we will have a discussion over all these, that is the diseases communicable and non-communicable, we will describe each and every disease, that is Alzheimer, trachoma, cholera, asthma, rabies and various other diseases. Okay. Then you will come to know that what are the communicable and what are the non-communicable diseases, and what are the causes of the communicable diseases. So, you have to answer this question in 50 words, and this question also carries a weightage of 5 marks. Okay. So, the next question is, give a brief amount of acquired immunity. So, this question is from immunity topic, okay, and that is biology part, immunity, and they are asking about that give a brief amount of acquired immunity. Basically, there are 2 types of immunities, that is natural immunity and the acquired immunity. Here they are asking you acquired immunity, okay, and what are its different types, what are its different types, and you have to answer this question in 50 words. Again it carries a weightage of 5 marks. So, give a brief amount of acquired, brief account, give a brief account of acquired immunity and its types. Next question is, what is nano mission of India? Directly from the syllabus you have to describe about the nano mission of India, that is who has started the nano mission of India, how much money the government has funded for the nano mission of India, what are its objectives, what are the objectives of nano mission, okay, and what are its achievements and its objectives. Okay. Again the same thing, they have asked about its objectives in the question itself. So, this question have to be answered in 50 words, and again it carries a weightage of the 5 marks. The 10th question is, what is pH scale? Here in the 10th question they are asking you 3 questions, they all are related to the pH, or one can say that acid and bases. Okay. So, what is scale? What is pH scale? First question is, what is pH scale? Name the scientist who developed pH scale, that is Sorensen. Okay. So, you have to answer here, name the scientist who has developed the pH scale. Okay. The second question is, explain the pH change as the cause of the tooth decay. Means when the tooth decay occurs, then what are the pH changes that take place in the tooth decay process, and how can tooth decay caused by pH change be prevented? Means how can you prevent the tooth decay? Tooth decay means the caries or the cavities which occur because of the pH change or because of the more acidity. Okay. So, how can tooth decay caused by the pH change can be prevented? Means how you can prevent that, prevent the caries or prevent the cavities. So, here you have to answer this question, explain the pH change as the tooth decay. The third question is this question is applied question. A milkman adds a very small amount of baking soda. If you know that what is baking soda, what is the chemical composition of the baking soda, whether it is acidic in nature or whether it is basic in nature, a milkman adds a very small amount of baking soda to a fresh milk. Okay. What will be its effect on the time taken by the milk to set as curd? Okay. तो मतलब ये है कि अगर बेकिंग सोडा मिला दिया जाए तो कर्ड बनने में उसका क्या इफेक्ट पड़ेगा, क्या कर्ड जल्दी जमेगा या कर्ड यानी दही वो देर से जमेगा. तो अगर आप ये जानते हैं कि बेकिंग सोडा से क्या इफेक्ट पड़ता है, बेकिंग सोडा क्या है, तो आप इसका आंसर आसानी से कर सकते हैं. सो इन द क्वेश्चन नंबर 10th दे हैव आस्क्ड यू 3 क्वेश्चंस एंड टोटल दिस क्वेश्चन you have to answer this question in 100 words, okay, and it carries a weightage of 10 marks, okay. They must have divided all these 10 marks into these 3 questions, that is A, B and the C, okay. The next question is the 11th question, that is distinguish between sky waves and the space waves. You have to differentiate between the sky waves and the space waves. Basically there are 3 types of waves, such type of telecom waves, okay. The ground waves, the sky waves and the space waves. Here they are asking you about the distinguishing between the sky waves and the space waves propagation in communication system. So, this question is related to the telecom chapter, okay. So, telecommunication. And you have to answer this question in 100 words, totally 100 questions, all these parts of this question, that is B and the C as well as A part, okay. So, you have to answer this question, whole question in 100 words. The second part, that is draw a schematic diagram showing ground waves, sky waves and the space wave propagation. So, you have to draw a diagram to distinguish between the ground waves, the sky waves and the space wave propagation of the electromagnetic waves, okay. The third question is the write the frequency ranges. You have to write the frequency ranges of all these waves, that is for each of the following. The first is the standard amplitude modulated, okay, standard amplitude modulated AM broadcast. The second is the televisions, means on which frequency ranges the television operates. The third is the satellite communication, okay. So, you have to write the frequency ranges of all these things, that is first, second and third. So, this question this question you have to answer in 100 words and it carries a weightage of 10 marks, total 10 marks. Okay, so, next question, what are the principles of food preservation? Explain the various methods used for the food preservation. Again this question you have to answer in 100 words and it carries a weightage of 10 marks. Here they are asking you 2 questions, that is what are the principles of food preservation? What are the principles? Basically the principles of food preservation, and explain the various methods used for food preservation. First you have to write about the principle of the food preservation, means how the food is preserved. Then the second is the explain the various methods, means what are the various techniques, what are the various methods which are employed for the food preservation, which you use to preserve the foods. So, this question carries a weightage of 10 marks. The 13th question is enumerate and comment upon the schemes and works considered under public health initiatives in Rajasthan. So, here you have to describe about all those public health schemes, enumerate and comment upon the schemes and works considered under public health initiative in Rajasthan, means all the public health schemes which are running in our state, that is in the state of the Rajasthan. So, you have to enumerate, means you have to write the names of all those schemes, and second comment upon the schemes and the works considered, means you have to write a note on all these schemes which are upon all the public health schemes which are running in our state, that is the state of Rajasthan, and you have to write this question in 100 words and it also carries a weightage of the 10 marks, okay. So, dear friends, it was all about the discussion of the syllabus and the pattern of the pre-examination as well as the main examination related to the science and technology part, okay, as well as there is a small discussion over the previous questions, that is the questions which have been asked in the previous examinations, that is RS mains 2016 and the RS mains 2018. So, dear friends, this section is very important, as if one wants to enter into the civil services or if one wants to become an RS officer or an IAS officer, he or she cannot skip this part, because it is having a good weightage and it is highly scoring. So, dear friends, if you find any problem in this video, you can send your query or send your comment at samyakias.com and we will try to answer your question. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.